everyone. Thank you, Andres, for the intro. And I want to say thank you to Martin, his team, and the ARTos Foundation team. You are very nice people, so I'm really happy to be here. Just to give you a bit about more information about myself. I have a background in art history. I studied 5 years in Spain, and then I moved to London in 2005-06 to study anime in arts policy and management. Right after that, I started a project, Alphabet, with a friend. And since then, all these years working in the art sector, I still haven't found a definition of what is art. And I still don't know if I'm going to find a definition that convinces me. Mainly because of how society is evolving and all the changes and how many people we are in this world. So I think it's quite important that we all gather here and to discuss what the definition of art is, and so we can bring different perspectives, and we bring together curators and researchers and artists. Yesterday we had really good presentations from many people from many different disciplines, and I'm not a researcher myself, I'm not a curator as such, I'm more a creative producer, and that means that I come out with creative concepts and then I bring together people to help me produce stuff and produce festivals and events and commissions and projects and concerts and many other things. That is pretty much what I've done for my presentation. I've put together a group of artists who are going to represent the present and possible futures in art and the transition of art through technology and science. First, I would like to... Well, this is a bit about Alphabet, but you can, look online if you want to. So first I wanted to define a few terms, including transition, transitory, and polymath. So the title of my presentation is Transitory Artists, the New Generation of Polymath. So transition is the process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another. Transitory is a concept associated with no permanent, temporary, or passing. Polymath is a person whose expertise spans a significant number of different subject areas, a person that draws on complex bodies of knowledge to solve specific problems. So I've used both terms, transitory artists and polymath, to describe a selection of artists who I think are breaking boundaries or pushing the boundaries of what traditional art or what art can be seen in nowadays. Just to let you know that I've taken some text from the artist pages at the websites and also from journalists, and I have also put together some of my writing, so I'm going to read a bit of everything. Okay, so I've used the concept transitory artist and polymath to refer to a specific type of artist who work across mediums and platforms, pushing the art forward and redefining new ways of creative expression. Artists who are interested in finding new ways of inspiring, challenging, informing, and engaging with diverse audiences. Genius, innovators, or polymaths who explore innovation in periods of change. Artists who are interested in exploring how different disciplines learn from and inform one another, with the aim of opening new perspective in their practice to adapt themselves to the new times and to innovate. So all the artists in this presentation, they all share something in common, which are their work deals with experimentation, transformation, bodies, genetic, physicality, personas, and nature. The most interesting thing for me is that they use technology not only to show what the technology can do, but also they want to, they are concerned with the future consequences of technology, so that's quite interesting for me. and for alphabet. So the first artist is Cohen Van Balen, who are London-based experimental practice of studio, and is formed by Revital Cohen from Israel and Tur Van Balen from Belgium. Their practice, they produce real and fictional objects, photographs, performances and videos exploring the tension between art, biology and technology. This third project is called Life Support, and it has two parts. So I have selected the Life Support. This project imagines a world in which dogs and sheep can take the role of living saving medical devices. The respiratory dog consists of using a retired racing greyhound to generate mechanical lung ventilation through its movement. What it creates is a beautiful codependence between the animal and the patient. So this work and the majority of their work is very interesting because they don't just use, again, they question what technology can do in the future. What do technologies really mean to the people who make use of them, and what are the challenges or the consequences? The Immortal project investigates human dependence on electronics, the desire to make machines replicate organisms, and our perception of anatomy as reflected by biomedical engineering. Cohen Van Balen are fascinated by machines, experimentation, biology, objects, and how we define or see our body. They sometimes speak about the terms artificial biology or design biology to define their practice. These are terms that will become more and more common in the future. And what they do is to think, to reimagine how this application will be used in the future and what are the implications for humans. This one is one of my favorite projects ever and ever and ever. I think it's quite mind-blowing. It is by art-oriented objects, which is a collaborative art team formed by artists and researchers Marion Genet and Benoit Manking. They were awarded the Golden Nika at Arts Electronica in the hybrid art category for their stereotype-breaking perception of limits, of experiment of human body in this work which is called Make a Horse Live With Me. Their work operated in the interdisciplinary space, linking together different areas of art, mainly body art, scientific research in the field of ethology, immunology, ecology, and broadly perceived experimentation. Their works are very often as a result of the artist's protest against the system of standard and management towards the world of animals which has been imposed by men. They also explore or research the limits of their own human bodies. So this project is a medical self-experiment where Marion allowed herself to be injected with horse blood plasma containing the entire spectrum of foreign immunoglobulins. After the transfusion, the artist performed a communication ritual with a horse while wearing horse-like slits before her hybrid blood was extracted and freeze-dried. The performance took place in Ljubljana in Kapelica Gallery in 2011. The next one is a project we commissioned in 2011 as part of the Alphabet Festival, which, by the way, we are not running anymore. We just did a few editions and now we are running projects, individual projects and events. So it's by Keiichi Matsuda, which is a designer, filmmaker and architect, and James Sullivan, who is a media artist interested in connecting virtual and physical spaces to engage the light, surprise and question the audience. So they didn't know each other when I approached them. They didn't know each other, and I put them together to work on this project because I wanted them to experiment with the Kinect, with the Microsoft Kinect, but not only to experiment with a piece of technology, but also to bring about more kind of poetic or critical issues. So Cell is an interactive installation about online identities that plays with and proposes alternative landscapes in the technological surroundings of our everyday lives. So the first idea was to connect the installation with real-time social media with Facebook and Twitter, but we had some privacy issues with people. So we pre-selected some tags from Facebook and Twitter, and the installation is a massive. It's a massive, special, really expensive screen with 4 Kinect cameras who track the movements of the audience, and then it works as a mirror, so you see yourself reflected in the screen with tags from social media, Twitter, which are not related to you at all, so you can see weird stuff around you and that. So the next one is by a Seoul-born, London-based artist and designer, Jae Jeok Kim, who is interested in the social and ethical consequences of emerging technologies. The project is called Accidental Insects, which shows and questions a future scenario where many more people are born using sperm or egg donors and accidental insects. His work examines how new biotechnologies and the companies that develop them might lead to new type of relationships between friends, families, and lovers. So I'm going to read a bit about what I found in his website. So 10,000 of people are conceived every day using donated sperm. A single sperm donor can anonymously father multiple children. So there is a risk of accidental incest, where sexual relationships develop between half siblings who are unaware they are related. So the portable devices are designed to capture and analyze the genetic contents of both sexes and allow transfer of their respective DNA sequences into the main device. Through genetic engineering, the main device reprograms both the man and women genes to become free of a genetic disease. As soon as the main device receives the genetic information, biochemical samplings using nanotechnology allows creation of new genes by spreading their body cells and letting them grow on the surface of a gold pendant. After 2 weeks of cleansing, the gold pendant containing the new gene may be applied to pregnant women in the form of a biopatch delivery system. The new gene then is permeated slowly into the baby via this delivery system. So this is again another type of artist and designer with a hybrid interest and the ability to understand contemporary issues and multiple perspectives. This one is one of another of my favorites artists. He's a set designer and architect from Canada, Philip Beasley, whose practice focuses on the fast-growing field of responsive architecture. Beasley constructs works that mediate between craft and manufacture, meaning and behavior, physicality and psychology. Protocell Mesh integrates first-generation prototypes that include aluminium meshwork canopy scaffolding and a suspended protocell carbon capture filter array, which results in a spectacular combination of sculpture, architecture, and science. He creates immersive and interactive environments that move and breathe around the spectator. So in his work, Philip conducts research into the next generation of artificial intelligence, synthetic biology, and interactive technology that have the power to create the dominant aesthetic of 21st century landscape. His work is also very important because it supports the work of many researchers who are using ethical synthetic biology to create living organisms and material who can be used to clad buildings and absorb the CO2 from the air. The last project, which probably you have seen everywhere in the web, is Marcus Kaiser, Solar Center. Marcus Kaiser studied 3D furniture and product design before setting his own studio in 2011. The aim of the newly formed studio is to engage in discussions about opportunities in the production of design involving new as well as forgotten processes and technologies. The studio draws from design, art, and engineering and aims to blur gaps between seemingly separated fields. Solar Center is a 3D printing machine that uses sunlight, and sun to make glass objects in the desert. So I'm taking this from his website, that text. In a world increasingly concerned with questions of energy production and raw material shortage, this project explored the potential of desert manufacturing where energy and material occur in abundance. In this experiment, sunlight and sun are used as a raw energy and material to produce glass objects using a 3D printing process that combines natural energy and material with high-tech production technology. Solar Center aims to raise questions about the future of manufacturing and trigger streams of the full utilization of the production potential of the world's most efficient energy resource, which is the sun. With this project, he's not providing any final answers. What he's doing is just experimenting and providing a point of view or a point of departure for fresh and new thinking. And this is my presentation. Thank you.